Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some new items from Everlane. This is from the start of their fall collection and I would say it's probably my favorite time of year to kind of browse the brand. I feel like they have so much great knitwear, which is probably one of my most worn kind of wardrobe staples from them. This video is in collaboration with Everlane. Every second month I do a partnership with them here on YouTube and I'm always so excited because it's one of my favorite brands and also one that really aligns with my own personal values. So what I'm going to do is kind of talk through each of the items, talk about the sizing, the fit, the quality, and I'm also going to share two different transitional or autumnal kind of outfits or things that you could really wear now even if you're in spring like I am. I'm definitely kind of rocking a few of these different sort of combinations. And then I've also got some accessories, so I'm going to weave the accessories into the outfits but then also talk about them separately towards the end of the video. So with that being said, let's dive into the first piece, which is the alpaca cropped cardigan. This is in the shade Almond and it's a really pretty, I would say almost an off-white, a milky beigey off-white color. It is divine. Like, I love this hue and I think it's really nice if you like lighter tones, however you find white washes you out. I think this is a good option and it does come in the original alpaca sweater style. Now, when I first tried Everlane's alpaca knits, I was really harsh on it. I think because I've got very sensitive skin, I was very conscious of how it felt against my skin because I do get eczema and things like that. I do find that it can be just a touch itchy. There is wool content in here, so that is something to be mindful of. However, I personally don't have too many issues. I mean, the grey, charcoal grey one was one of my most worn items, I think, in autumn. Something I reach for a lot, and it does definitely soften up the more that you wear it. I opted for the size small, so it's kind of a nice relaxed fit. This does have a different cut to the sweater, so it's very snug in the cuffs, which gives a bit more of a puffy, billowy effect to the sleeves, which I think is really pretty. And this looks nice worn open or also buttoned all the way up, kind of worn like a sweater. So for the first outfit, what I wanted to do was pair it with some leather trousers, and I thought that this would be a really nice contrast because the sweater is so soft and light and fluffy looking, but then you've got this edgy, cool factor of the leather pants. Then on my feet I wore my beige editor heels, which are something I've had for a few years now. I really love them. They're an easy way to elevate an outfit, so I thought that was a great way to kind of style it for, I guess, more of an autumnal vibe. For the second outfit, I wanted to go for something that was a bit more spring ready, so I threw this over the top of a midi dress which has this really pretty broderie anglaise sort of a detail to the skirt, and I actually belted it at the waist. I love how the brown looks with the actual kind of almondy color of the alpaca cardigan, and then on my feet I just went for my double strap sandals, which are from Everlane as well. These are in the lizard print, so I really like this little combination. So I really thought that this was such a great easy way to be able to wear a cardigan like this now, and if you didn't like the look of it belted or the look of the cardigan buttoned up to kind of make the dress look like a skirt, you could easily wear it worn open if you preferred. So those are my first two looks with the alpaca cropped cardigan. The second piece that I picked out is actually part of a new initiative by Everlane using recycled cashmere, which I think is very cool. So this is their re-cashmere knit sweater, and this is very different in terms of the silhouette of their $100 cashmere sweater. I'll link that down below as well if you want to go and check that out. That one has much more fitted sleeves and it's much more fitted throughout the body. I went for this in a small and it is super relaxed, so I would say it kind of fits a bit more like how I would expect a medium to fit on me. So if you want a closer cut, I would say size down. It is so soft and snuggly. I'm so impressed with the fact that they are using recycled materials more and more in their items, and that was just one of the things that really drew me to this piece. It has a really nice detail around the collar, the hem, and also the cuffs, which is this really thick ribbing, which I think just makes it feel a little bit more premium. And yeah, it's just super nice and soft and snuggly. And for the first outfit, I thought I would just throw this on how I would normally wear a sweater like this in the colder months. So I paired it with some high-waisted faded black skinny jeans like the ones I'm wearing right now, sort of a go-to look for me. I also paired it with the Westin boots, and with the sweater I just sort of did a very loose tuck into the front of the jeans and also on the back. Then I threw a black trench coat over the top, and I just think this is a really chic kind of an autumnal look. It's all black, but then you've got that really nice, beautiful, fawny coloured sweater underneath. I forgot to mention this earlier, but this is in the Heathered Sand, which is a really nice fawn coloured taupey brown. For the second outfit, I decided to go for something a little bit more unexpected. Again, how I would probably wear it right now, just with our very temperamental spring weather here in Sydney. So I've worn it with a camo print skirt. This has has a lot of greys and also navies to it. However, I find it really works because it has the same undertone, so it's very cool toned. The shoes that I paired with this outfit were the Editor heels in the navy, and that's one of their new color launches for this month, and I just think they are divine. I'm going to talk about it a little bit later, but I kind of pulled the navy color from the skirt to match with the shoes, and I just thought that worked really well. I really just love how this looks tucked in with something really high-waisted. You do have that billowy effect around the waist because there is that extra fabric, and I find it just adds a bit of balance because you've got that sort of slightly more slim silhouette on the bottom half, then you have a nice loose silhouette on the top. The next two pieces are corduroy, and I have to say I'm having a major moment with corduroy right now. I think it's just that whole nostalgic feel. I used to have corduroy trousers and also I'm pretty sure a corduroy dress and dungarees when I was younger, so sort of making me relive my childhood in a way. The first piece that I kind of really just made a beeline for was the chore jacket in this beautiful dusty rose color. Now unfortunately I do think this color is sold out, however it does come in a few different options. If you are following me on my blog, you may have seen that I did get this in the denim last month. I will link that blog post down below if you'd like to see how that one fits, because I got a different size. So I opted for this in the small, whereas I got the denim one in an extra small. And I will say it is an oversized fit, so you can size down. I do find a lot of the cuts like this tend to be a little bit more generous, especially when they are a bit more boxy. I love the little pocket detail on the front of this. I feel like you can never have too many pockets, but the actual quality of the cord is just so lush. It just feels very premium, really high quality. It is so nice to touch. So this I thought would be really perfect for me, just kind of going into spring, because it is such a pretty pink hue. So for the first outfit, what I wanted to do was just throw it over one of my spring summer dresses that I'm planning to get a lot of wear out of this year. It's a really long maxi dress in a nice cotton, very easy and breezy, and I just really like the way this looked over the top because the dress doesn't have any particular shape to it. It's just very straight up and down, kind of like a column dress I suppose, but just with a tiered detail. On my feet, I just went for a pair of tan slides. I find that tan works really well with beautiful dusty rose colors like this, and kind of pull out the richness of the pink in the jacket and also in the shoes. I also paired it with Everlane's new soft market day taupe, which again I'm going to talk about a little bit later. So that is outfit number one. For the second outfit, I wanted to go for something again a little bit more feminine, but an outfit that I would wear kind of more heading towards winter. So I paired a white oversized kind of cashmere sweater with a faded black denim miniskirt, and I threw the chore jacket and the cord over the top. I love the way that this works because there is so much texture. You've got the texture from the knit sweater, which is so nice and soft and fuzzy, and then you've got the denim, which has that really nice kind of weave to the fabric. It's a lot thicker and a lot sturdier, and then you also have that really nice lush cord, which I just think is divine combined. On my feet, I went with my Everlane Day heels. These are a fresh pair. They look so much less better than my old pair. So much so I actually haven't realized how worn my old ones were until I put them side by side. So I really love this outfit. It is just the kind of thing that I would wear for running around or when I want to look chic but not put too much effort in. The other core piece that I went for is the stamp miniskirt, and what really drew me to this was the silhouette. So I find that slim fitting silhouettes like this work really well on my body shape, especially when they kind of reach my navel in terms of the waistband. For reference, I am pear shaped, and I know a lot of people don't think I look it, but I swear I am, and I feel like when I've got something that skims over the top of my hips and then kind of goes straight down, it's very flattering. It makes my legs look slimmer, and it also just makes my proportions work a little bit better. So yeah, again, the quality of the cord on this is the same as the other one. It is so plush, feels almost velvety to the touch. In terms of sizing, I went for the size 0, which is the same size that I have in the patch pocket skirt. I do find I'm usually a 0 in a lot of the skirts and things like that Everlane do. Refer to this size chart because I do find it is very accurate. It's very spot on. I do wear a size 25 in jeans if that helps as well in terms of reference. I will leave all my size info in the description box though in case that'll help you. I really love the color of this. It's just a nice rich navy hue. I think navy is a nice choice, especially if you do not like wearing black. If you're very fair and you find that it really washes you out. I mean, I sometimes find, especially in the winter if I get quite pale, because I have such dark features, wearing black actually ends up washing me out quite a lot because it exacerbates how pale my face is. So for the first outfit, I went for more of a transitional look, something I could wear now. So I paired the skirt with a striped top. This is just a really oversized style in a very thick cotton. I find the heavy weight is really good because it adds that structure on the upper half. I also paired a trench coat with the outfit because I don't feel like you can do a Parisian style look without wearing a trench coat. Very cliche, but I really love the combination. And on my feet, I went for those navy suede editor heels. It's adding in a really nice bit of texture and drawing from those colors in the skirt and also the stripes from the top. Then for the second look, I wanted to go for more of an autumnal or winter kind of a vibe. So I actually threw on some tights with these, which you rarely see me wearing because we don't really need to reach for them here in Sydney. Our winters aren't cold enough, but I thought they really worked with the skirt. On top, I am wearing my oversized turtleneck or mock neck sweater from Everlane. This is in a cotton, perfect if you find regular knits a little bit too itchy against your skin. And then on my feet, I've worn the Westin boots. I actually also paired it with the mini day tote as well. So this is a full head to toe Everlane look. But I really love this. I know it's mostly black, but I feel like the contrast of the navy, I think it just works really well. It's very subtle, and I like breaking rules. I know that there's a fashion rule that you can't wear black and navy together, but I just think it looks so beautiful. So that's outfit number 2 with the navy cord stamp skirt. Moving on to accessories, I really wanted to start with the soft day tote, and I shared this on my Instagram. I got so many questions about it, and I totally understand why. I mean, I get really excited about tote bags just because I feel like if I was going to recommend one bag that you have in your wardrobe and just only have one bag, it would be a tote bag because of how practical they are. They look great with everything. They're really chic, and if you get the right color or you get the right style for you, you really can wear it with everything in your closet. So this has a really nice soft pebbled leather to it, has a solid base, which actually is quite good because it helps you to organize your things. So it does keep a bit of structure on the bottom, even though the rest of the bag will just flop down on itself. Like so, and it's just a really nice quality. I do find even though it's raw leather interior, it hasn't actually left any marks or anything like that on my belongings, which I have had with other brands, and I haven't noticed any color transfer either on my lighter color clothing or from darker color clothing onto the bag. So very impressed with that. The style is exactly the same as the day market tote, so if you are familiar with that, then you know you'll kind of be very familiar with the style if you've already got it. This is just much more of a casual feel, so the quality is up there, is exactly what I would expect from Everlane. I will say the one thing that I find with this bag is it actually feels smaller than the day market tote. I don't know why. I think it's probably because of how sort of soft it is, and it kind of, I find sometimes if I don't have much in there, the sides sort of fold in a little bit like a Louis Vuitton Neverfull would, and I find that just gives it more of a trapezoidal shape. I haven't noticed any creasing or anything like that from that actually happening, so yeah, very impressed with it. The quality is lovely. If you're looking for more of a casual bag option, then I think this is definitely one worth having a look at. Of course, it does have the open top, so there's no zip closure. There's no zip closure on the pocket on the interior either, so just do keep that in mind, because I know for some people security and safety is a bit of an issue, but for me living in Sydney, it's not really something I need to worry about too much. Then we have the Westin boots, and oh my gosh, when I saw these, I was so excited because I've been looking for a pair of boots like this for a while. I love the fact that they've got this really nice stacked Cuban heel. They've got the squared off toe, so they're not pointy toe, they're not round toe, but they do have that squared off detail, which I feel like is very trendy right now. And then they are a pull-on boot, so they have this elasticated panel down the sides. They feel a little bit like a cross between a Chelsea boot and a cowboy boot, which I really appreciate. These are very comfortable. The fit on them, I would say they run maybe a touch small. If you're planning on wearing them with really thick socks, size up half a size. I went for my usual size, which is a US 9.5 in Everlane shoes. I'm a US 9 in other brands, and I'm at a European 40 in designer shoes. And I find they fit, I mean, they fit how I would expect. They may be a little bit more snug, definitely more suited for narrow feet as usual, but I do think with kind of wearing them with thick socks around the house, or even just using shoe stretchers, they'll be fine on me. I didn't notice any obvious pinching or anything like that while I have worn them, so I'm really pleased with them. I can't wait to wear these. I mean, obviously it's not the best time of year for me to be wearing them, but I'm going to make the most of it while we still have slightly cooler weather. Then finally, we have the Editor pumps, and these are in the navy suede. And I have to say, I think these are probably one of my favorite shoe styles from Everlane. They are just so chic, so elegant, very cool, and whenever I wear my camel ones, I always feel really good in them. I love the fact that they have this little tab detail which sits up the back of your heel, and the squared off toe as well, I think is just very, very flattering. I got these in my usual size, which is US 9.5, and I find that these fit true to size. I actually think when I tried these on, I noticed there's a little bit of a difference between these ones and my original pair. So these are a lot more cushioned in the sole, which is really nice. So when you put them on, they feel really soft and squishy under your feet, so it's very, very comfortable. I actually also feel like the leather suede has a little bit more give to it as well. So I haven't had any issues in terms of them feeling too tight across the width of my foot. I've mentioned this before, but I do have relatively wide feet. I have a bunion on my left foot as well. So for me, any shoes that don't cause any pinching are just an absolute winner. I will say, I mean, obviously with a pointed toe shoe like this, there is a bit less room in the toe box, so do keep that in mind. But I know for me, if I had sized up half a size, they would have been too big in the heel, probably slipped off. They actually also release them in a really gorgeous chocolate suede as well, which I think are very, very chic. Brown is definitely a color I see becoming a lot more popular, and I am living for it. So those are the Editor heels. And that is a look at some of my favorite picks from Everlane's new launches for the month of September. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any other questions on sizing or fit or anything like that about these items, or actually anything else that I might have from the brand, please leave them down in the comment section below. I'd love to know if you have a favorite piece, or if there's anything that maybe I didn't pick out this month that you really loved from the website. It was very hard to narrow down my favorites this month, that is for sure. Thank you again to Everlane for partnering with me on this video, and thank you so much for watching. I really hope that you enjoyed this, and I will see you next time with a brand new one. See you soon. Bye.